Hey, what's up, sports bettors? My name is Matt Modi. I'm a content producer and betting analyst for OddsJam.com. And in this question, in this video, I'm going to answer the question of what is a profit boost? How to best use a profit boost. Sportsbooks like DraftKings, FanDuel, they offer a bunch of different types of bonuses and promotions. One of these is a profit boost. Now, the concept behind a profit boost is pretty simple. They'll boost the potential winnings on a play anywhere from like 10% to 100%. And as you can see on the screen here, one of the profit boosts that we currently have, this video is being recorded during the MLB playoffs, is a 40% profit boost on the MLB playoffs. So they'll essentially boost odds from plus 100 to plus 140. They'll give it a 40% boost. Now, a couple of things that are important to do before you lock in a profit boost. Number one, just view the terms, understand exactly what you're getting into. This one's pretty simple. You just got to click the opt-in button and you'll get a 40% profit boost for any MLB playoff game that is being played today. So understanding the terms is obviously important. And then you have to make sure you click opt-in. There's generally no promo code or anything like that required. You just need to make sure you click the opt-in button. If you don't click that button, you won't get the boost. But one thing that's cool about DraftKings, about FanDuel, is when you go to lock in a play, it'll give you the option of choosing the boost or not. So you'll know whether you are getting the boost. It won't be any sort of surprise. So that is what a profit boost is. What I will say is if you want a more detailed answer, I would recommend checking out our betting education tab. We have an article specifically dedicated to answering what is an odds boost, what is a profit boost that a sportsbook offers. So I definitely recommend checking this out if you want a little bit more detailed answer. But the long story short is a profit boost is just when the profit of a potential payout gets increased. In this case, like I mentioned, gets increased at about 40% rate. So now that we know what a profit boost is, the next order of business is what to do with the profit boost. And for me, I think this answer is actually pretty simple. What I like to do is I just like to go to oddsjam.com and I like to find a positive expected value play and just boost those odds. So all you need to do, go to oddsjam.com, tools, positive expected value. Then you can literally filter what you have the profit boost for. So I know that the profit boost is on DraftKings, so I filter specifically for DraftKings. I know that it has to be an MLB game, so you filter for league, MLB, and then you can click date range today, so you know that it meets all of the criteria. Pretty easy. And then it lists all of the different positive expected value betting opportunities on DraftKings. Now, positive EV, the way it works, the way that I like to describe it, when you're positive expected value betting, you're essentially betting with a weighted coin, but only you know it's weighted. So if a coin is weighted, it's going to land on heads 55% of the time, tails 45%. If I'm placing that bet, I'm going to place the bet on heads every single time, knowing that for every 100 flips, it's going to land on heads 55% of the time. Now, 45% of the time, you might lose your bet, and that'll be frustrating. But in the long run, you know that betting on heads is going to be profitable. That's essentially how positive expected value betting works. These no vig odds here, this is your weighted coin. So when you're positive expected value betting, you're placing bets that we know as the sports bettor has a better chance of occurring than the reflected odds that we are getting on the sportsbook, which sounds like a mouthful. It's actually very simple. So for this first play, San Diego Padres first half team total over 1.5. You can lock that in on DraftKings at minus 105. We know the no vig odds price this at basically you round up to minus 106. So the true line of this should be priced at minus 106. DraftKings is offering it at minus 105. That gap between those two numbers, that is your positive expected value. Another way to think about the no vig odds. So the way it works to detail it. So OddsJam collected thousands and thousands of data points with the main goal trying to figure out what sportsbooks do the best job at pricing odds, which sportsbooks are the sharpest at pricing odds. So they backtested thousands and thousands of betting opportunities to make that determination. Once they did, they just removed the vig using a weighted average from all of those sharp sportsbooks. So let's pretend that DraftKings is really, really sharp at pricing first half team total markets, but this sportsbook BetOnline is not. Now, I'm not saying that's the case. I'm just using an example. DraftKings would be weighted heavier in terms of the no vig odds, right? They're going to give them more weight when removing the vig. And the vig, it's just the juice that sportsbooks price odds. It's how they make their money. they essentially charge a tax to all of the different odds. So if you think of a standard minus 110 play each way, like if we just scroll through a normal sportsbook, like I still have DraftKings up here. If you just scroll through minus 110, minus 110, minus 110, you see that all across the board. What this means is if I bet $100 on this Bucks minus 8.5 and that bet wins, I will profit $90. Risk 100, win 90. Then let's say there's another sports bettor who bets $100 on the Steelers plus 8.5. Now the Bucks side of this bet won. I profited $90. This sports bettor on the Steelers side lost all 100 of the risk. In that transaction, DraftKings made $10. So that is kind of how the VIG works. That $10, that is the VIG. So removing the VIG is getting a true, accurate representation of what the sportsbooks price a market at. You can also view it. Another way I like to describe it is the no VIG odds. Let's pretend the New York Stock Exchange prices Facebook stock at $300 per share. And on some other trading site, you can get them at $280. That would be a good price, right? Like the New York Stock Exchange thinks it's worth $300. You can get it at $280. It's the same thing with sports betting, right? The sharpest books in the world think that this is priced at minus 106, minus 105.88. DraftKings is only giving it to you at minus 105. Same thing here. The New York Yankees team total over 1.5. It's the same exact bet just for the Yankees. This really should be priced at about minus 100.34. You can get it at plus 100 on DraftKings. So both of these bets would be really good to use the profit boost for. You can get the Yankees boosted from about plus 100 to plus 140, making this a massive, massive positive expected value play. Like if you click this calculator here, it tells you how much to put on a play. If I change this to plus 140, it goes from telling me to put roughly 4%, 0.04% of my bankroll to 3% of my bankroll. It's telling me to like bet 1,000 times more than what I did because of the boosted odds. So they're very profitable. And that's the long end of it. Profit boosts are very profitable if you can find good plays to bet on them. So in terms of this profit boost that DraftKings is offering, the 40% MLB profit boost, let me go back to it right here. I would recommend betting it either on the Padres first half team total over 1.5 or Yankees first half team total over 1.5. Both of them are really good bets. It's up to you if you want to have the higher payout or if you want to have the more likelihood of winning, which would be the Padres one. Either way, like I said, they're both really good bets. But regardless, with the profit boost, what you want to do is find a positive expected value play and just boost those odds, making it even more valuable. And that's going to be it. So that is going to be the video of how to use a profit boost, what is a profit boost, all that good stuff. So if you're tailing this at home, or if you have any questions, hit me up in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know questions. Let me know you're tailing one of these bets. Either way, I would appreciate to hear from you. But that's it. So I appreciate you guys watching and have a good one.